and all. So main point for today's class is form validation. Okay, so whatever the background we need that we already discussed. Now it's time to go for this, important concept which is required many times in many of your web pages. So form validation. We already discussed what is validation and what is verification. Now using JavaScript, what we want to perform form validation, and where it will be performed, on server or on client side. It will be carried out on client side. No need to interact with server. So that type of feature that we are going to discuss, which is available with JavaScript. So this is one simple what example. Here is it visible to everyone? What we need? We need HTML. We have to close HTML. Again, what we need? Body. Okay. We need to close it before HTML. Is everything available to on your screen? So see what we have done. So before okay, just a minute. What is required here after HTML? Yes. What? Okay. And before the body tag, we need to close it. Like this. Okay. Now we will begin with body tag. See what is happening here in the body tag. क्या लिखा है यहाँ पर? Body. Now what is this? Yes, we are using form. Okay, for our web page. And if you are using form, then sub element of form you will need. Okay, so here my form name is this my form. Okay, method post. For now we need not this method and this what is this post and all. So we will discuss it later on when we will be in position, or we can say when backend processing and all we are having with that features, then we will discuss about this. Okay, so for now important point is this one. On submit, what we have done here on submit. What is on submit? What is on submit? Event. Very good. On submit event, and this return. Next to that, what we have used? Return. What return?
Function.
What is this validate form?
Function.
It is one method. Actually, we are calling this method, and this method is going to return something. So that value also we will need to catch over here. Now next, what we have done? Name. Here what we are expecting. User will fill the name. So input text type, what we have taken? Text. इसको हमने नाम क्या दिया है? Name. We have another field or sub element of the form, that is password. So here it is password. Input type is password, and name to this particular sub element of form is password. Before this name also, and after this password also, we have given this BR tag, so that every element will display on same single line or next line. Then we have this input type submit button. Okay, value equals to हमने लिखा यहाँ पर register. Is it clear? Okay, it is same as we had discussed in HTML. Now what is important, or what is the difference over here with that static information that we have to create it in HTML, and now we are having some functionality against these many operations or against this submit button. To see what we have done, validate form. Which type of method this one is? Which type of method this one? So please do not use cell phone and other things. This is very important part of JavaScript, and 100% question will be asked on this particular point. 100% question will be there in your final examination. So remember this thing. Function, validate form. This is user defined function. This is our function. We have written it. And what we have done here in this function? So here, just a minute. यहाँ तक हमारा function का body. Okay, and we all these things we kept in script tag because it is JavaScript, and this part we have kept in head section, so that before form is available on your web page, this information should preload it. Okay, so for that purpose we kept it in head section. Now about this function, एक variable है हमारे पास. Now in this variable, what we have done? Document.myform.name.value. What it is? What we wanted to refer from your document. We wanted to refer that form whose name is my form. Okay, your document might be having number of forms, more than one form, but we want at this time particularly the name of the form, which is my form dot name. उसमें से कौन सी फील्ड, क्योंकि उसमें सब फील्ड्स होंगी, सब एलिमेंट्स है उस फॉर्म में, उसमें से ऐसा एलिमेंट जिसका नाम क्या है, नेम dot value. So here this is the form which is having name my form. So this reference is clear now, this one. Now what is this? So my form dot name. So here is name element, sub element of this my form, whose name is name itself. Is it clear how we are relating it or how we are referencing it? Okay, so that we can access information from this particular field. Now dot value. So dot value will what will done? What we want the value that are coming into this particular element. So dot value means we wanted to refer that value, and this whole information, okay, through this particular way we wanted to access. So that value, again, what we have done before this, variable name. So name is a container for the value which is coming from this sub element of form whose name is name, and that value will be what? Your user's name. Indirectly what we are doing, we are putting this user's name taken from the user and into this particular variable. Am I clear? Yes. Now next, variable password, our second variable. Okay, document dot, again same way, how to refer that particular element this way, and how to read the value from that element this way. So we have name, we have password. Now whatever the operation you want to perform on those values, you can perform. Now what operation we are going to perform here? If name double equals to null, what is this? Or name double equals to, what is this? Empty. Okay, if it is null or if it is empty, what we want? we wanted to open the alert message dialog box with this message and return fails. अगर ये ऑपरेशन होता है इसका मतलब हमें रिटर्न क्या करना है? fails. If now else if password dot length less than 6. Okay, this is my condition. Might be in your case your conditions will be different. So what we want, password. What is password? What is password? The value entered by the user through this sub element password and which we have kept in this variable password. Now that password. So uska length, if it is less than 6, then again we wanted to alert. If your password must at least 6 characters. Depends. Whatever the information you wanted to provide or in what manner you wanted to give feedback to your customer. Again, it will return. Okay. Now just try to execute it. We will save it as code. Okay. So form1 dot HTML. Again, don't forget these things. Save. Then where it is? F1. This one. Now this is HTML file. Open with this one. Okay, we are getting this result. Yes, design, simply name, text box, password, text box, and register. Submit button. So if I press on register, what will have, what is happening? उसने पहला फील्ड को चेक किया पहले. Name can't be blank. Okay, so I have entered say कुछ लिखा मैंने. Again I have pressed enter. Password must be at least 6 character long, or you can also provide, you have to enter password which is more than 6 character long or at least 6 character long. Okay, logical message you have to design. Now suppose 1 2 3 again. Now 1 2 3. Okay, now nothing is happening. Why? Because we don't have any further operation. Okay, after this what should happen? Now in your case you might want your user to go on particular next page, so that link should be there. Is it clear? So for now what we are learning, how to perform basic validations. Okay, form validation. So this is one simple example how to test your password, formatting of your password and login information. We are validating formats. Okay, whatever the pre-defined formatting that we have, against that we are validating the incoming information from the user. Again I am telling you, don't use cell phones. 100% ये क्वेश्चन आएगा आप लोगों को, and still you are using cell phones and all. Next, 3-type password validation. Let us see what is this all about. Control C. Are you on the same screen? save as. Now again F2 dot, okay, save. And we will directly try to execute it. Here what we have, instead of F1 we have F2. Okay, so here, so let us see what is happening here in this retype password. What we want actually, re-enter password. क्या हो सकता है इसमें, क्या किया होना चाहिए हम लोगों ने? If I am entering say 1 2 3, password must be same. Say 3 2 1, password must be same. मैंने कुछ भी नहीं दिया तो डिपेंड्स कि आपने कितने स्टेटमेंट्स किस पर्टिकुलर चीज के लिए यूज किए. So now in this case for emptiness we haven't done anything. So we have to regulate. We have to put those constraints. It will not perform anything automatically. Those constraints will be defined by you. Depends on your requirement. Is it clear? So see, क्या किया हम लोगों ने यहाँ पर? Again, this is your form. कभी भी आप लोग अगर फॉर्म को या किसी भी HTML या जावास्क्रिप्ट को अगर आपने स्टडी करना है तो आपने मेथड क्या होनी चाहिए? व्हाट इज देयर इन द बॉडी टैग. डोंट रीड फ्रॉम हियर और डोंट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम हियर, क्योंकि यहाँ से इसका रिलेशन लगेगा, यहाँ से इसका रिलेशन थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, बिकॉज दिस इज द सीक्वेंस. सी व्हाट इज डन, व्हाट वी आर डूइंग. हमने फॉर्म लिया यहाँ पर, फॉर्म को नेम एंड ऑल एवरीथिंग इज सिमिलर with as we have seen in previous example action, this one. So on submit, so action, this one means what? We wanted to go on this particular page, okay, which we don't have right now. So on submit, return this particular method. यहाँ पर हमने पासवर्ड लिया है, रिटाइप पासवर्ड लिया है, रिटाइप पासवर्ड को नाम पासवर्ड 2 दिया है, इसको नाम हमने पासवर्ड दिया है. ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू द फंक्शन पार्ट which is again in head section. Okay, under this script tag you need to follow the rules. Function, यहाँ पर हमारा फंक्शन है. Now variable 1 and second password variable document.1, हमने पहला वैल्यू यहाँ पर रीड किया and we have kept it in first password variable, second value in second password variable. If password double equals to first password double equals to second password, return true. Else password, sorry, else alert message, password must be same, or whatever the message that you want to deliver. So this way. Clear? Yes, everyone. Next is number validation. Many times we need to perform these operations. For example, let us check this code itself first. Now see what is happening here. This is our function, right? And here again we wanted to use this form, number, input type, submit. Okay, what is this? Yes, what is this span? Use of span tag. Yes, had we discussed this tag? Even we don't know, yes, to say yes or no. Yes, span tag. What is the use of span tag? Inline, to put elements in line. Good. So here again we are we will try to execute this. Okay, So here we need body, or before that we need closing of head. So all together, and at the end we need to close body and this. Okay, save as form F3 HTML and all files. Okay. यहाँ पर हम यूज करेंगे 3. Now submit. Again, what we are doing here? Yes. What operation we want to perform? Let's validate the text field for numeric value only. And suppose enter numeric value only. What message we are getting? When I am not entering numeric value, it is showing me this message, error message. Is it clear? And this message is coming, on the same line where my element is present. कौन सा element? Which element? This number element, sorry, input type text element is present. And what is this span ID? ID is numlock and span. So here there is nothing. Okay. So dynamically we are assigning statement to this particular element after certain condition, after certain action happening. Okay. Are you getting this? क्या हुआ यहाँ पर? This message will be assigned to this particular element when condition becomes false. And उसके लिए हमने मेथड क्या यूज किया है? सबसे पहले तो we have read the number, read the value, sorry. We don't know whether it is number or whether it is any character. So that we kept in num variable. Now each NaN, this method is not a number. What is this method? Is not a number. It is library method. It is not our method. Okay. So if is not a number, so this method will check whether the value from this num is number or not. Okay. Based on that, it will return false or true. So here document dot when the return value coming from this method is false, then this will happen, else this will happen. And what we have planned for this, whatever the value coming from this particular is NaN method, the document dot get element by this. What is this? Numlock. What is this numlock? Yes. Day before yesterday we had a theory class. Or might be before that day we had a theory class. In that we have learned how to read and how to pass data, read data or any new information to any particular element. Am I clear? So the method is this one. First, we have to identify the element. So for that we have different ways. One of the ways to use get element by ID. So pre-requirement is that if you want to use this get element by ID, so that particular element should have assigned ID. So this element we have assigned ID, this numlock dot inner HTML. Now we have identified that particular element. Now we wanted to assign some text, some message to that element. So This is possible with this. What is this? No, inner HTML, it is okay, but what it is? No, it's not span. Okay, what is this? Get element by ID. What is this? What is get element by ID? It is a method coming from document object model. And inner HTML, it is a property again coming from document object model. Had we discussed this in previous class? Now this way we are assigning this message through this get element by ID to this particular element span. Am I clear? Now suppose I am writing initially something here. What will happen? Yes. Now I want your answers. Yes. Now initially this information is coming. Why? Because मैंने यहाँ पर रखा है इसमें. And when I will put something wrong according to the this implementation, then what should happen? It will be replaced by that message. Now overwriting is happening over here. So ये जो था ये चला गया और यहाँ पर क्या आया? Enter element, enter numeric value only. Is it clear? So this is how you can, perform number or text validation even. For that you have to identify the different methods available. Next, email validation, most important point from the validation or form validation point of view. So what is happening here? Let's try to find out. So here, again coming from the body section, we will begin with the body section or discussion. Then we have this form element, sub element. In this case, input type text, and here input type submit. Okay, so we need this. We also need and last part okay. Save as F4. All files save. Then here code इसकी जरूरत नहीं है हमें. Okay. Please enter valid email address. It is coming because of this implementation. Now see what we have done. Let's say this one. Now it is okay. Let's say I am not using @ character. Please enter valid. It is actually giving position also where the character is expected and which is not there or wrong. Or I am using @ I am using keeping this dot again. So this is because of this thing, because we know there is a standard format for the email. Okay, जैसे कि some text, required or allowed characters, and add special symbol, after that domain name. Okay, so that way we have, this is standard, what we can say, uh, method to verify whether the incoming email is correct or not. So what we are doing, again we are reading the input incoming information from the user into one variable, then at position एक variable लिया हमने x dot index of at. So whatever the value we are having in this x variable, we wanted to find out index of this particular character at. Again, x dot last index of means why last index of this dot, because in your that before at character the information you have might be used this dot section as well, dot part as well. जैसे मेरा नाम था धीरज dot bise at nmms.com. So the first dot I'm not going to verify. मुझे कौन से dot में interested है, last वाले dot. Am I right? If at position is less than equals to 1 or dot position is less than at position plus 2 or dot position plus 2 is greater than equals to x dot length. So you need to what? Identify what the meaning of this particular expression. आपको ये solve करना है पेपर और पेन लेकर. And in this particular situation, if it is true, then return. We wanted to display this alert message and return false. Otherwise, we will perform any another operation. Is it clear? So this is what actually happening in this. अगर मैं यहाँ पर डॉट मिस करता हूँ, जैसे मैंने यहाँ पर लास्ट पार्ट में कोई डॉट नहीं रखा, तो रजिस्टर, so it is showing me some, it depends कि आपने क्या यहाँ पर डिस्प्ले करना है. इनवैलिड इमेज at position 13 dot position 6. अगर मैं यहाँ डॉट देता हूँ तो अगेन इट इज शोइंग दिस एरर मैसेज. क्यों? क्योंकि हमने लास्ट पार्ट यहाँ पर कुछ यूज किया है. दिस वन क्या है ये? +2 मीन्स आफ्टर डॉट कितने कैरेक्टर होने चाहिए? लास्ट वाला जो डॉट होगा वो, लेट अस, अगर मैं यहाँ पर लिखता हूँ R, now it is okay. Are you getting this? Now after this dot we are having 3 characters. It is okay. Okay, so this way. So this is your again another important property that we had, or we need to many times use when you are making kind of registration form for the user and you are taking some information for registration purpose for the new user. Again we have this section, last PowerPoint. This one is what? Range overflow property and range underflow property. What is this range underflow and range overflow? See here. What we have done, एक नंबर लिया है, then function हम लोगों ने यहाँ पर यूज किया है script to script and try to execute it. Save as हमारा फॉर्म था 5 dot all files and enter a number and click OK. If the number is greater than 100, the input max attribute and error message will be displayed. let us say 3. Okay. Input is okay. Now 200. Too large. Say 100 exactly. Input is okay. 101. Okay, so what we are doing? Yes, range underflow property will provide this type of operation or implementation requirement or solution to the implementation requirement. How we have done this? Simple. Here you can see input ID type max 100 button. Okay, then paragraph we have used, then another paragraph we have used, function. Now this is important. Text initially, what is this? Variable text. Initially we kept space empty. Okay, character over here. If document who is having element whose ID is ID1, this one dot valid range overflow text equals to value too large, whatever the text we wanted to assign that time. Else, for rest of the condition, it means from 0 to 100, the values will be okay for us. So that message we wanted to, or just kind of information we wanted to give to the user. Okay, this is what you are entering, and our condition is this one. For us, values from 0 to 100 are okay, and beyond that, if you are entering the values, then those values are means we are giving information about those values. These are too large or what depends what requirements are there for that particular situation. So this is what all about basic information about form validation. Now what you need to do next? Apart from assignment completion, I wanted you to go through the examples present on this particular site about the form validation. So I am sharing this to chat, link of the particular site. वहाँ पर आपको कई सारे फॉर्म के एग्जांपल्स हैं, so you need to understand those examples. Understood everything what we have discussed? Yes. So these documents also I will share with you in Teams account. All the documents that I have means like these many documents we are having till date. Okay, CSS, HTML, JavaScript और भी जो updations आएंगी, those all I will share on your team. So yes, any doubt? Anything required to be discussed again? No?